How's it going, creeps? Welcome back to Cinema Creep. My name is Drucifer, and this is Trailer Trash. Trailer Trash is a segment on this channel where I review and react to horror film trailers. And today we're taking a look at a horror film trailer that I'm super stoked on. It's one that I've been seeing posted everywhere that I've had to make sure that I didn't accidentally watch, because I like to give full, authentic, and genuine reviews and watch the trailers for the first time here on the Cinema Creep channel. And we're talking none other than the film In a Violent Nature 2024. So I have read the synopsis, and I've got to say it is written pretty wordy. So going over here to IMDb, the synopsis for this film is an ambient horror slasher that methodically depicts the enigmatic resurrection, rampage, and retribution of an undead monster in a remote wilderness. That's awfully freaking wordy, and I hate it. I hate that synopsis. Maybe it goes well with the film. Like I said, I haven't seen the film yet. The film comes out May 31st, so in a couple days. But I feel like that can be written so much better. This is directed and written by Chris Nash. And if you don't know who he is, he worked on Psycho Goreman. I think he was the special effects supervisor. And you guys know, if you've seen that, the special effects in that movie are amazing. It's like Power Rangers on crack. And Psycho Goreman is probably one of my favorite horror movies that's come out in the last 5 years. It's definitely up there in the top 10 of recent horror movies. Absolutely love that movie. It is just a stupid, silly good time. And I want to do a full review of that movie at some point on this channel. Let's go ahead and let's watch the trailer for In a Violent Nature. We'll come back and we'll talk about it after we see it.
Animals don't get too hung up on reason. They just keep killing.
All right, whoa, so that looks really, really gnarly. So I did see people in articles just with the headline, like, a new horror movie tells a horror story from the killer's perspective or the killer's POV. So I initially thought that this was going to be sort of like looking through the killer's eyes, sort of like the beginning of Halloween, 1978, and or it was going to be like looking through the killer's eyes, like the Elijah Wood Maniac remake, like the first part of that. So essentially this to me looks like it's going to be just the camera stays third-person point of view on the killer as he's going around and he's, I guess, killing his victims. So it's really gnarly. It's an interesting idea. I still hate the synopsis for it. I think the synopsis is way too wordy, and it could be maybe reworded, rewritten a little bit differently. Really interesting, the look of this film, and I like, you know, like the ambient horror slasher description they have here. I wonder if that's going to be like a new sort of genre, like ambient horror, unless that already is one. Let me know down below. But I like ambient black metal and ambient death metal, so I probably like ambient horror movies. So this definitely looks awesome. I would go ahead and I would rate this, just based upon the trailer, I'm going to say a 4 out of 5 creeps, because I think this is going to be something that is new. It'll be a breath of fresh air. The trailer was cool. It was short. It didn't show too much. I like that it was shot in 4:3 aspect ratio. I just really like the look of that, and I like how it's making a resurgence back. I don't know. I think that this is going to be really cool. It's a 7.9 out of 10. This has obviously made a festival run, so people have seen it. I haven't seen any critic reviews on it because I try and stay away from that kind of stuff. I even stay away from other YouTuber reviews until I make my review, which is absolutely crazy because I don't want their reviews to influence what I'm going to say. I don't even watch other trailer reaction channels until I, do mine. So just because I don't want their thoughts and ideas to influence what I'm doing. So let's look at some of the pictures. There's some pictures from the film here on IMDb. I want to look at these and see what we can tell. All right, so obviously there's a dead animal right here. The guy's mask is pretty gnarly. I don't know what kind of mask that is. I was going to say maybe that's a welding mask, but it doesn't even look like it has like a tinted little shade in the front. I don't know what kind of mask that is. It's pretty creepy, though. This shot's wild. These woods look like woods just right in my area. I wonder where this was filmed at. Okay, so this says history of something industry. So I wonder what kind of mask this is. I can't tell what that says if I zoom in. He obviously steals the mask, though, so that's kind of cool. Looks like he's using an axe to kill, and he has this chain thing around his neck, like shackles. He has a very Jason Voorhees, like Baghead Jason kind of thing to it. What is that in his hand? I see 1, 2, 3, 4. That can't be a finger, that long thing. I wonder what that is. All right. That's a cool shot. Like I said, this looks like this would be filmed where I live. And the poster's pretty cool. In a violent nature, it just shows him in nature being violent. This looks like one of those movies where there's not going to be a whole lot of dialogue. You're going to just rely on, maybe screams of people, obviously, and you'll probably have people yelling at the killer. But I feel like it's just going to be, like it says, ambient. You're going to just be hearing the sounds of nature. You're going to be hearing the sounds of whatever scene he's in. And I think it's going to be something more in tune with, like, A Quiet Place, where, you're really just using your listening skills, right? Like, and I don't want to say that because you use your listening skills for dialogue scenes, but you're going to be just listening, and watching. It's going to be very visually and aesthetically pleasing, I assume. Especially since there's not going to be a lot of dialogue. They got to do something to hold our attention. So, 4 out of 5 creeps. Let me know down in the comments what you liked about this trailer. Are you going to go see it? Is this something that appeals to you? It's going to be a slasher, so that's going to be gnarly. Slashers are some of my favorite horror films, so I'm glad to see something as simple as this can still be made in 2024. And tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, we're going to be doing a live stream of Driller Killer and just talking horror news and hanging out. So come through, come hang out, watch Driller Killer. It is an underrated gem. It is one of my favorite underrated horror movies from the 70s and 80s. So come through, watch that, get you some snacks, talk horror, and just hang out. Also, Patreon is live. I'll throw the link down in the comments to that. You can go over there. You can join for free. There's also a $2, $5, and $10 tier with different perks and benefits for each one. If you're into it, sign up for one of the benefits because I'm going to be putting, like I said, a lot of time into it and putting out a lot of content over there that I don't put on this channel. So, Patreon is live stream tonight, 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. Other than that, as always, guys, stay creepy. Don't forget to let me know what you think of this trailer down in the comments. And I'll see you on the next one. See ya.